Shalom, this is Fallen Yeshua. Welcome again to the Rock. I was reading an article, and it was talking about a, I don't know if y'all heard about a bombing in Southern California, Palm Springs, California. And that's an area where I used to live. I used to live nearby it, not there, but nearby it, within a couple hours. And they're talking about how the guy bombed a clinic. There was a young dude, he bombed a clinic, and they say he died in the bombing. Something in his car, and he died. And he bombed the clinic because the clinic, was I guess it was impregnating women. One of those birthing clinics, and he didn't believe that babies should live because babies don't have a right to choose whether they live or not. They should have a choice. Babies should have a choice whether they should live. And his father said that, when I was reading an article, that his son got radicalized on the internet, online. And I was so baffled because there used to be a time that people knew what they believed. And today the internet does thinking for people. Like, you look at the average person doesn't actually know what they think. They go to the internet and the internet helps them come, up with what they think and what they feel. You know, social media influencers and advice from this and advice from that and coaches and life coaches and I just find it so weird that people don't know how to think and be, so they have to go to others and ask them how to think and how to be. I think it's a conclusion from when people aren't doing meaningful things in their lives, they're not being productive, they fall into shit, just generally. Because I just don't understand. This person got radicalized on the internet. How? What do you mean? So are you meaning that you went to the internet without a belief, without any thought, and someone on the internet convinced you? Is that what you're saying? Without ever hearing your side, without ever discussing it with them, you just read his side, his belief, and you came up to a conclusion of he's right. You didn't test it. You didn't prove it. You didn't try it. You didn't do anything. You just believed it. We have internet giving advice, and the scary thing is it's AI. A lot of this is AI now. AI is creating so many talking points, so many topics, so many theories by itself. So people are literally changing what they believe based off of what an algorithm or an AI system thinks. Imagine being convinced of something by AI. Imagine being convinced to divorce your husband or divorce your wife because AI, or because you listen to somebody else who listens to AI. You don't even know who you're dealing with anymore today, because the average person is so filled with what the internet says, the internet and the news. They don't know how to form an opinion themselves. Most opinions are just recycled bullshit from somebody else. It's actually somebody else's opinion. It's somebody else's thought. It's not yours. I remember being in high school, you know, uh, 2000, the year I graduated. And I remember having dial-up internet. And I couldn't use dial-up internet. My parents didn't let me use dial-up internet. They didn't let me use nothing. It was go outside, go work, go do something, work with your hands. That's what my parents had me do. But you couldn't use dial-up anyways because, once you use dial-up, it takes up the phone line for the house, and nobody else could use the house phone because we didn't have cell phones like that back then. We actually had house phones, and the internet took the dial-up took up the house phone. So you pick up the phone, you just hear, so nobody could call the house. And my parents used it for really important things. But people thought even back then they had a better ability to think. Today we don't. Today we have these things, these personal computers called cell phones. I remember having to memorize people's phone numbers. I still do. Back then, you had to memorize a person's phone number because if you wanted to use a payphone, you drop your quarter in or you call collect. Hey, I used to call my mom collect and be like, "Hey, mom," when they asked for my name, I'd be like, "Mom, I'm in front of the school. Come pick me up." Because if my mom accepted the collect call, then we'd have to pay for it. So she would just listen to the name and then know where to pick me up. But I digress. But we used to be able to think, and now we don't. I used to be able to memorize phone numbers and all that, and we don't do that today. AI is taking over everything, and it's sad because people don't know how to think. They don't know how to form a conclusion. They don't know how to come to a conclusion. They don't know anything. They're just lost. You have a bunch of lost people going to the internet looking for other lost people. So we have our relationship with Yah, the Father, formed on the internet. We have our belief systems formed on the internet. We have whether we like a woman or not, or we're like a man or not, formed on the internet. We have what we believe we deserve as a woman, as women, what they believe they deserve is formed on the internet. A lot of these things are there are a lot of articles today being written by AI. AI. Imagine divorcing your husband because of AI. Imagine that. Imagine your belief system being formed on AI. Imagine not liking a particular nation or culture because of AI. See, it is scary today. It is bad today. And I don't think there's any fixing this. Because people are really willing to form beliefs based off of the internet. Now, am I saying the internet is all bad? No. I use the internet for many, many good things. But I don't use the internet to help me form my beliefs or my thoughts or my feelings or my opinions. I actually talk to people. I actually enjoy having conversations with people. We can't even do that anymore. We text to each other. And we text and emoji everything. We don't even know how to sit down and have a conversation. Face to face, let me look at you in the eye and tell you this thing. Hey, let me tell you I love you. Face to face, eye to eye. Instead, no, we'll text them. I love you. An eye, a heart, and a you. And we can't figure out why everything's going downhill. It is a sad state we are in. And we're going to see more of this stuff where people just forming their beliefs off what somebody else said, off what somebody else thinks, off what somebody else feels. And the more we go down this, the less authentic we are becoming. People need to get outside and get their hands in the dirt. They do. They need to do something productive. Because we have a lot of unproduction going on. Unproductive people doing unproductive things, sitting down, don't know how to talk to nobody, don't know how to form a relationship, don't know how to form a sentence. But they want to get on the internet, and not only do they want to be taught, but they want to have someone teach them with all these life coaches and social media influencers. This is going downhill. Protect the children, protect your wife, protect yourself. Because, oh my goodness, I cannot believe how bad it has gotten. I hope y'all are having a blessed day. I'm about to finish. I'm putting ground cover on all this in between my rows of okra and tomatoes and in this section right here. I'm going all the way out here, so I'm just putting ground cover on. So when the summer hits, the moisture is retained in the soil, and the okra will keep on growing. We need more production. We need more people being productive, because people were being productive, they wouldn't have time for this shit. You'd be able to form your own thoughts, form your own conclusions based off of your life experiences. Why are we running around asking everybody else their life experiences, and their life doesn't even come close to ours? They're a millionaire and we're a hundredaire talking about, well, I'm doing what a Tupac did. I'm doing what Nipsey Hussle did. I'm doing what Jordan did. That's why you got all these disillusioned people communicating with AI software and social media influencers and coaches that simply get paid by your click. And whether the advice is bad or not, they don't care. Just like Sirach says in Ecclesiasticus, they don't care what happens to you based off their advice. Form something real and do something real. Damn. Bless y'all. Shalom.